opinions as well. Should the Breeze topic number 2 tonight is compare this to last week's tourism invitation. So we're gonna kind of build the conversation that we just had. That's just a little bit more. We're gonna check out this video, and on the other side, we'll discuss it. So that's a 2.5-minute video. What I'm going to do, I'm going to play that again. The first time, you kind of get an idea of what it's about. This time, you guys can look at more details so that we can have a fuller conversation. But in the meantime, post your comments on what you've seen and retained so far. And when I come back, we'll add those comments to the conversation. All right, so that's a Visit Senegal type of advertisement, and we're comparing that to last week. There was an advertisement. Mr. Untouchable, remind us again the brother whose advertisement we watched last week. I guess Mr. Untouchable.
I can't remember Coco. I can't remember the name of that person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I thought it was someone who you regularly follow, so that's why I asked you this now. But anyway, we're comparing it to that video that we critiqued last week, where it was about trying to get folks to repatriate back to the continent, and there was some criticism, which reminds me, I want to make sure that we are always positive on the show. Let's be positive first, then constructive criticism to follow. Let's not knock a thing the whole way through. Let's first acknowledge that the effort and be positive, and then constructive criticism. But yeah, we're comparing it kind of to that commercial. I see the pro-black perspective is in the audience asking the sisters to join. Yeah, we are a sausage fest up here. Let's get some ladies up here if at all possible. I would appreciate it. In fact, let me drop the link again. While I'm dropping that link, Kevin Carre, what say you to what you just saw?
All I see is just a bunch of white folks going down there, white folks from Italy going down there saying, "Hey, you can come here. They're gonna be friendly to you, and we can treat them like crap in our country, but in their country, they treat us like kings and queens." I saw a lot of red flags again, man. That's all I see. I'm just like, from the first video to now, it just got me heated, man. So, but I'm gonna step off right here.
Yeah, I saw that with them white folks, those Eurasian people on the drums, and that's the thing that bothers me with African folks. Sometimes you'll see that here in Brooklyn too. You go down by the drum circle, and it's some white boy there. They're banging on the drums, and it's like, dude, the drums mean something to us. Get off of that, get away from it, and we shouldn't allow these folks in on that stuff either. But who am I, right? Mr. Untouchable. When you look at this video versus last week's video, what comes to mind?
Let me be positive first. I like the Senegalese people. I like their style. As a matter of fact, it's one of the countries in Africa that I was considering relocating to. I like the Senegalese people. I really do. But let me just try to be real as well. I personally think that I don't know who would have made this video. I don't know if it's the government who would have created this video. They really need to possibly try to get some better marketers to promote the country a little bit better. I really would try to do that, because it's really scaled down as opposed to the marketing that we do in the Bahamas. When we advertise in our plantation style tourism in this country, and we market it into Western countries as well, because we market heavy to Western and white countries as well. So make no mistake about that. I will put the mirror up to us as well. I personally think it's sad, because it's almost as if the Senegalese only thinks that money, or only white folks have money. It's like we are only specifically going to market our country to Europeans, to come to our country and spend money. There are other people in the world who who have expendable money, who would enjoy and love coming to the country of Senegal and spending their monies and enjoying the people as well. Why does this relationship only have to be, one way, whereas we only gonna appeal to the European dollar? It is fantastic because I mean Nigeria has a bunch of millionaires. There are many people in these Western countries, even African Americans who are financially very strong and capable. They would love to come to Senegal, even though the language is something outside of English language. It's like, why only market to the Europeans? I don't understand that. But I'm curious to know who would have created this video, because I couldn't imagine that it's the Senegalese government. I think that it's a whole lot of shortfalls in it. But like I say, I want to keep it positive, and I do respect the Senegalese people, and I like them. I just don't like the fact that they specifically appealing to one group of people. I think that they could do a whole lot better. And I think that as far as tourism goes, they really need to look deeper into the markets out there and to appeal to other markets if you're trying to create the so-called tourism industry in Senegal.
I appreciate that. And I agree with everything you just said too, Mr. Untouchable, especially about our own tourism advertisements. I 100% agree. In the chat, Tanzan said peace to everyone who's up here on the panel. But Bakari them said what's up to her. The pro-black perspective appealed to Tanzan to come on. And you know what? Tanzan is here. Let's welcome in Tanzan. Tanzan, how are you this week?
I am very well, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Tanzan, were you able to see that advertisement for Senegal just now?
Yes. Actually, I was catching up to the show, so I have caught up.
Okay. So Tanzan, what say you to what you saw? Was that an appealing advertisement to come to Senegal?
Well, before I start, I would like to ask, Onita said, what is SAU --NVM? What is that? I missed a joke apparently. Do you know what that is?
Oni?
What? Anyway. Okay. What?
Go ahead and answer the question, man.
Yes, please.
What? Like, can we move on? Like, what kind of? What?
All right. I guess we won't get an answer for that. But Tanzan, what say you to the video?
Yes, very shameful. Very shameful. It's just part of old naivety. This is why I want to crawl in a corner when I see my people. Like, why are you so nice? Why are you so good? I want to beat the goodness out of them. Mm-hmm. Like, no, not like physically, obviously, but we're just selling ourselves. That's what we're doing right now. We have no shame, no dignity. We're just selling ourselves. Like, here, come do whatever you want with us, to anybody in the market, to the Chinese, to the Italians, to whoever. Hey, we're cheap, we're free, we'll do whatever you want. We're willing slaves at this point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thanks for that, Tan. Tan, you weren't on this week, were you?
Sorry?
This week on Swahili Nation, you weren't on, right?
I was. Forecast was there as well, but the Bakari was there. Yes, I did one. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Okay, I got to go back and catch the playback. You guys make sure follow Swahili Nation. Tanzan is on there on Tuesdays, but Tanzan is also going to have a show here on KWAZ Radio. So you guys stay tuned for that.
Yes, I'm working on it. It's a deluge of too much stuff, but it will be good when I do finish it.
All right.
I just say so myself. Yes.
Cool. We look forward. Let's go to Oni. Oni, what say you to what you saw here?
So Tanzan almost got me singing that song, Eggs, bacon, grits. All right. Oh yeah. So it looks like this was advertisement made by some like tourism firm in Italy, right? So it's not that many likes. It's not that many. I mean, not that many views. Not that popular. But the thing I picked up on it
picked up from it is that when they're showing you Senegal, it makes it look fun, you know, makes it look welcoming, makes it look like the children are vulnerable. That's another thing that we don't really know about Senegal, which is that a lot of these, not just Italians, but a lot of white folk go there for like sex tourism with kids, you know? And so this video kind of appeals to that, you know, will we be welcome when we get there? You know, because when you're in Europe or something, you know, if you're thinking about going to another country, whether it's visiting, whether it's so on and so forth, you know, your mind is, well, how will the locals treat me? You know, how safe is it? How much fun will I have? What's available to me? You know, and so, you know, less like with the video before where the Chinese guy is like, hey, you come down here, you get yourself a good woman. You know, the kids, the parent, like they're basically no adults. You're basically the adult in the room, you know, and all that. And then, you know, in this video, you see, oh, look, come here. We got a spot, you know, you're going to be entertained every day. We have your back. You'll be safe. These people are pacified and domesticated. We get them to do what we want them to do. We want them to paint a freaking mural. They're going to paint a mural, you know? Again, you don't see this. You don't see this kind of stuff from other people. You know, you don't have you know, let's say Nigerians up in Wisconsin, you know, talking about, oh, come to America, you know, we got these white boys, you know, painting walls and shit. You know what I mean? Like they don't do that because the Americans, for what it's worth, have some like, no disrespect to the people in that part of Senegal, but the Americans have that kind of self-respect. You know, the Americans do not have that kind of desperation, you know, and like no other people do. But just to, you know, just to hammer the point, though, you know, what I'm saying is that what you know, just to compare it to last week's, you know, tourism invitation, I'm not 100% sure what last week's video was about, and that's the problem, you know. Like I should have known what it was about, but it was kind of just a lot of dialogue. But you see this one, hey, you know, if I were Italian, I might be like, yeah, I'll take my trip there. I'll take my vacation there. Right? Seems like a nice place to be. It seems like a nice little getaway. With the Chinese video, it was like, shit, I get me a good woman. Sounds like a plan. You know? Yeah. But with the other video from last week, it was like, I don't like, you know, like again, like the brother was like, shit, it's the only person that stuck around. You know, it's like, I don't know. You know, I don't know if I would want to go. Now, of course, you know, and I'm just saying that from an emotional standpoint, from a logical, rational, reasonable standpoint. I'm like, yes, this brother is doing what needs to be done. But these other things, they're appealing to that more carnal level of us, you know, that more physiological level of us. And that's something that I feel that a lot of us need to get on, you know. I feel like that's something that a lot of us need to get on. I hope somebody in the comments, there's nobody in the comments clarify, but yeah, Tanzan, it's sausage, you know. Anyway,
meaning there's a bunch of penises on the panel. Please come and please come and change the dynamic.
Okay.
Hey, Tanzan just got that joke. She just got it.
I know. That's like, well, can you explain? You're like, I said sausage. Never mind, because you said give me a few, and you were like, a few what?
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Then you hopped on, so you were like, yeah. You said what?
I said I get it now, and it's even worse than I thought.
Well, shit, you hopped right on, so I don't know. Shit.
Coco,
yes, sir.
I remember the last video you was talking about Bomani Tembe. The difference between the difference between this video and Bomani's video is he is talking about not tourism but expatriation. He is really specifically talking to the Africans in the West, trying to garner interest in them coming home to Africa to build, to construct, to create industries and so forth. This is just a tourism video. This is a passerby video. The audiences are different. You know, this audience is appealing to the market. They are specifically appealing to is the European market. Bomani's market is a specific group of people.
On its Sanders, pick me.
Yeah, Bomani's video was his market. It was specifically to the African population in the West, and it's a great population, by the way, where it's Brazil, all over the so-called Western world. So I think that's the difference between this video and last video, because you asked that question. So.
Yeah, I feel like I just want to add. I feel like the last video touched more on quote unquote like repatriate, but not obviously the Chinese are not repatriating, but you know they're like I think they're trying to appeal to Chinese people to come over, like to go over to Africa. And so I think the last video is like, how do you appeal to people to go move their whole lives into another country? And one of the things I saw when I was looking through the Chinese, you know, videos, you know, centered around come to Africa, you know, the theme of come to Africa was there's beautiful women. You know what I mean? There's beautiful women who want sausage, you know?
In the chat, we have Marcus Garvey is the way. She has returned. She says, I never trust Europeans around small children or animals. That goes to that comment that Oni also made about what you see in these videos, the kind of advertisement that that these children are also vulnerable in these locations too. Brother Bakari says, we are weak as hell. Last topic, Chinaman effing our women and giving bread to kids. This video showing our women with white women. I take last week advertising. At least it wasn't giving our people away. I like that. Marcus Garvey is the way says, okay, yeah, the Europeans need to be around little kids and small animals. Need not be around little kids and small animals. Marcus Garvey is the way goes on to say, we treat white men in the Caribbean similarly. Sad but true. The colonizers came back to look at their colonies to see how well their ancestors did to keep us subjugated to this day. Marcus Garvey is the way it says, marketing to Europeans is the default. The Arabs and Asians go to Africa without advertising. Very interesting. Lastly, forecast of the Tanzania, I think the African family and men and women relationship is the most important thing. You have great topics and it's better because we just be chilling. LOL. I think he's talking about Tanzanians showing on Swahili Nation. Do we have any last comments on the panel here?
I do. But what you just said just now with the Arabs, don't forget recently in the news that the Tanzanian government took away the Maasai people land to give to the Arabs to go hunting on.
Yeah, they did. They did. I have Jackass hitting his horn in the background, so sorry. Bear with me. Do we have any other last comments here for this prompt? Okay, since we don't, let's go to Shoot the Breeze. Topic number 3 tonight. Shoot the Breeze topic number 3 is